feeling stuck in your career? Are you feeling stuck in your career as a leader? This is a scenario that happens very, very often. And if you have ever found yourself feeling like you are in a leadership role and perhaps you are not where you need to be, or maybe you've hit that infamous glass ceiling where you're just looking up and you're not able to break the glass ceiling, this is the live video for you. In this video today, I'm going to share with you 3 scenarios that I have seen over the past 20 years in my expertise and experience as a C-suite executive, a manager, and a director, and an executive coach, and a public speaker that have caused people, leaders specifically, to become very stuck in their careers and find themselves feeling very frustrated, even if they are very accomplished and high achieving individuals. You want to watch this video to the end because the very last reason that I see happen oftentimes is a reason that is very simple, but it's something that you have to start engraving into your mind today, like right now, so that you are in a position where you are actually able to start making some movements in your career, hopefully by the end of this video. So if you're ready to receive some executive coaching to help you overcome some of these challenges while you're feeling stuck, I'm going to share it with you today. You have the opportunity to ask me anything specifically as it relates to being stuck in your career that is related to trying to go to that next level, and I will provide you with over 20 years worth of expertise in a very short amount of time. So if this sounds like something that you have dealt with, or you might be struggling with just a little bit to the point where you don't want to say it out loud, but you just want to keep it to yourself, then this is a place for you. I'm here to support you on your journey. Let me know how I can help you. Now, if you are watching this video right now, you are more than likely watching the replay. And I appreciate you so much for spending some time with me today. Get ready to get a pen and a paper and have some serious deep thought today as to why you're getting stuck in your career. When you're watching the replays, there's a point in time where YouTube brings the audience in. They bring them in multiple times. And so bear with me. I'm going to say hello to everyone. And when I say hello to everyone, just give me just a few moments to say hello and greet them. And then we're going to go right into these reasons why you may be feeling stuck in your career. And I want to know from you, why are you feeling stuck? What is making you feeling stuck in your career? Put them in the comments below. It's Friday night. I have time to talk. Let's get into this today so I can help support you so that you are not feeling stuck in your career. So let me know what you're feeling stuck with. I'm going to put a question in the comments, but before we get started, hello. Welcome to all of you who are here today. I appreciate you being here. If you are feeling stuck in your career, then today, this is a place that you want to be at on YouTube. No other channel, but this one right here. Why? Because I'm going to provide you with over 20 years worth of expertise in terms of how you can stop being stuck in your career. And this is a place for you to ask me questions. If you're feeling a bit stuck in your career and you want to become unstuck, then talk to me. Ask me questions. I'm here to support you as much as I can and provide you with some insights, some guidance to help you start moving forward in your career. So this is the best place you want to be at. If you have a friend or a colleague that is stuck, then you definitely want to tell them to join the live today. Before we get started, let me say hello to NFL Nerd 223. Welcome. Glad you're here today. Let me know where you all are joining from in this big, beautiful world today. And if you like this information so far, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Okay, NFL Nerd 223 says, facts. Elmira P. Morian, I believe I said it correctly. If I didn't, I'm so sorry. It says, hello, my dear. How are you? I'm doing fantastically well. I hope you are doing well. Also, feel free to let me know if you have any questions as it relates to feeling stuck in your career. So NFL Nurse 223 says, I sub. Well, thank you for subscribing, friend. I appreciate that. Let me know what questions you have. If you're feeling stuck in your career, what are you struggling with? I'll be able to provide you with over 20 years worth of experience, especially specifically as a C-suite executive and a director, and as an executive coach to really help you start to uncover why you're feeling stuck. I'm going to share with you three scenarios I have seen in terms of why leaders are stuck. So I want to be able to support you and answer any questions that you may have. Okay, so Elmira, P-I Remorian says, which country are you from? I am from the United States. So let me know what country you all are joining from today. Now, while I'm waiting for that information to get into the chat, I want to ask y'all a question. So I'm going to type a question on here and I'm going to start a poll. So this is something, let's see how this goes. Hold on just a moment. So give me just a moment to ask a question. I'm going to be silent for just a second. And you'll see me typing this on here. But while I'm doing this, feel free to let me know where you all are joining from in this big, beautiful world today. All right. And let me know if you can see this. Let's see. Let me see. I'm almost done. Almost done. So I have a question here. And the question, for those of you who are watching the live, you will probably be able to see it now. But for those of you who are watching the replay, you probably cannot see it. So I'm going to read it out loud because I've looked at a couple of my videos and I see why, I see what happens. So the question is, and you can put it in the comments below, the question is, why are you stuck in your career? So I have a couple of options. So for those of you who are watching right now, feel free to put your votes in the chat or select which option you see on your screen. And it says, why are you stuck in your career? And I have 4 options you can vote for. The first is education. Maybe you do not have enough education. You're not quite sure what it is specifically you need to learn. It might be finances. Finances are always big because sometimes when you're trying to advance in your career, you can't advance if you don't have the money to be able to do so. Career clarity is the next one. Career clarity, sometimes you're stuck in your career because you simply just do not know exactly what to do. And 4th option is not sure. You're not really quite sure why you're stuck in your career. You just know that you're stuck. And so I want to tell you all, for those of you who have joined and voted, thank you so much for voting. This is very fun. I'm excited to see you vote. So let me tell you all what I see. So the most common response right now is actually a tie. So for those of you who are joining, let's break the tie. Why are you stuck in your career? The responses that I see so far is finances and career clarity. They're both coming in at 50%. So let me know in the comments below, for those of you who are joining live. I know you can see it. Is it covering up my face? On my end, when I look at it, it's covering up my entire face. It's so bizarre. It's something I'm definitely working on as it relates to this channel and live streaming. But is it covering up my face? And if not, fantastic. Can you all still see it? So I have another vote that came in as not sure in terms of why are you stuck in your career. So let me know in the comments below if it's covering up my face. It may not be. This is my first time actually doing a poll on my live stream. So I'll look at the replay and I'll check it out. But this is what we have so far. We have finances, career clarity, and not sure in terms of why people are stuck in their careers. So let me share with you a few reasons that I have seen over the past 20 years why leaders specifically become very stuck in their careers. So I'm going to take the poll down for now, and I may add it back in a few moments. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to take it down for now. Let me delete the poll. Okay, great. So okay, great. Fantastic. So if you look in the chat, this is interesting. So if you look in the chat, for those of you who are joining live right now, it actually summarizes the result of the poll. So you'll see on here, and for those of you watching the replay, I know you may not see this, but I want to share it with you nonetheless. So it summarized the responses, and it says, why are you stuck in your career? Which is the question I asked. 33% of you said finances, another 33% said career clarity, and another 33% said not sure. So let's dive into each of these today so we have some insight and just talk about it. And if you're struggling in your career and you are feeling stuck in your career, then feel free to ask me any questions. I'm here to support you and help you any way that I can and provide you with some insights that may help you be able to go to that next level and become unstuck in your career. So the first reason why people are unstuck in their or become stuck in their career as leaders is that we become very, 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 did I say very, very caught up in the day to day. Specifically, the day to day means the everyday operations functions you're doing. Often, when you are in a leadership role, you may just be putting out fires all the time, and you're constantly in your business, in the organization, in your role, and you do not have the opportunity to accelerate your career growth or focus on education or anything like that because you're just so busy in your career. And you give 100%, even sometimes more than 100% into your jobs, and along the way you lose yourself and you lose what made you feel very passionate about the role that you're in, and then you wake up 10 years later feeling stuck in your career. You're wondering why you're not moving, why are you at the same place 10 years later, or why are you at the same place 2 years later, depending on your goals. But I see this happen a lot of times in leaders because they're so heavily focused on what they are doing that they just don't have that creative time to really think about, well, what do I really want to accomplish in my career? How do I want this to work? So let me know in the comments below if this has happened to you before. I will share with you. This specifically has happened to me. I have been very, very busy in different roles where I was just completely engulfed in the positions I was in, and I did not take that time to continue my further advancement of my education, and I really struggled with this. Now, the second reason that I see oftentimes why people are sometimes stuck in their career is that they believe that the roles they are trying to achieve, whether it is a senior leadership role, a management role, a C-suite executive role, they see these positions as the end place. Basically, they see it as almost like a terminal degree. So for instance, I'm a doctor, I have a terminal degree. That means this is the end. However, sometimes when people are in those type of senior leadership roles, they see that role, C-suite, VP, senior leader, or manager, as the end of their career. And so when they achieve those roles, they feel very stuck in their career, and they feel like this is something that they do not want to do anymore because there's nothing else for them to do after they've completed these C-suite roles. And so it's great when you're working through it and you're progressing and you're trying to advance in your roles, but then you get to a point where you say, oh, I've done it all, so now what? And then I talk to my clients, they reach out to me specifically and they ask me, I'm at these higher level roles as a senior leader, I'm stuck in my career, what should I do? So this is something that happens oftentimes because people will treat these positions as the end degree. Now, the third reason why people sometimes will be stuck and feel stuck in their career is that this is a big one. People are not willing to do what other people are unwilling to do. So basically, sometimes in your career, you can take the easy way. You can go home and hang out and watch Netflix. You can go home and relax and do something else. But if you're really trying to become unstuck in your career, you have to do what other people are not willing to do. So what does that mean specifically? That means you have to take your time, your own time that you have outside of your profession, seriously. And so you may want to think about other options or other potential revenue generating activities that you may want to do for these specific roles. So these are 3 reasons why I see people struggle, specifically as it relates to this topic as a whole. Being stuck in your career is something you don't have to do. You can reach out for support. Contact me for a strategy session in the description below. I'll be happy to provide you with some insights to help you be able to do this and get to that next level in your career. Now, as it relates to the topics that were voted on, we had finances, career clarity, and not sure. Sometimes when you're not sure, you need to have a conversation to figure it out. I offer one-on-one private strategy sessions with my clients that are women in leadership to help them really go to that next level in their careers. In terms of career clarity, that strategy session can help you with that as well, because sometimes as leaders, we're just so busy that we don't really think about what it is that we want to focus in on. And time escapes us. Time goes by and we just don't know what we're doing. Finances is a big one. Sometimes if you're, let's say, trying to invest in a certification program or perhaps some advanced training, if you do not have the financial means to do it, then you feel stuck in your career. So what can you do to feel unstuck if finances is a factor? One of the things I tell my clients to do is to obviously spend time on YouTube. Definitely subscribe to my channel so you can learn as much as you can in terms of how to elevate how you're communicating, because people become great by how they communicate. And if you're able to communicate at that higher level, then this is something that will absolutely help you be able to go to that next level. So learning how to communicate at a better level is something that's very important. And spend some time on YouTube and learn as much as you can from your mentors and your peers that will help you. So before I go into that more, I want to say hello to Kasim Umar. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing fantastically well today. Let me know where you're joining from today and if you are feeling stuck in your career. There is a poll that I had at the very beginning that asks, why are you stuck in your career? So this is an opportunity for you to ask me any questions. You're getting insight from an executive coach to provide you with some strategies, maybe some opportunities for you to think of things in a different perspective to help you not be stuck in your career. I do not want that for you. So let me know if you have any questions specifically as it relates to that. And those of you who have just joined, welcome, welcome. Feel free to ask me any questions as it relates to this specific topic. Now, we talked about 3 reasons why you may be feeling stuck in your career. The first reason we talked about was you are caught up as a leader in the day-to-day. You're dealing with fires, you're putting them out. You're so busy in your role, just head down focus, that you do not take the time to really understand and carve out time for yourself to see where exactly you are in your career and how you want to move forward. The second reason why people tend to feel stuck in their careers is because they see these roles, C-suite, VP, or senior VP, as a terminal degree, and it's the end. And when they do that, they start to become very, very frustrated because they have worked so hard to achieve these higher level roles, and then they get to the point where they say, well, what's next? That happens to me a lot. I hear it often from my clients that are C-suite executives. They really struggle with this because they wonder, what's the next thing I need to do? And then third and finally is that people sometimes are not willing to do what they need to do. Sometimes it's a struggle. You may do things that people are not necessarily wanting to do when you're trying to become unstuck in your career. And so spending all of your time doing activities that may not benefit you, you have to be willing to do what people are unwilling to do. That will help you to become unstuck in your career. So if you have any questions specifically as it relates to this topic, let me know. Hang out here with me for a bit, because I'm actually going to go live here in just a moment, again, on a separate topic that will help you go to that next level in your journey when you're communicating. Check out Patience in Leadership. This is a great opportunity for you to learn a bit more about how to become patient as a leader. And I want to know from you, what are some topics that you want to learn more about as it relates to elevating yourself as a leader? So before I go, I want to say hello to Donovan Oliver. Hello, Donovan. I appreciate. Hello. Hi, Queen. Thank you. Hope you all are doing fantastically well. If you have any questions about being stuck in your career or how to become unstuck, let me know. If not, I'm about to do another live here in just a few moments on a topic that is specifically related to communication. So if you're struggling with communicating or you're worried about communicating in front of a group of people, you definitely want to take a look at the next live I'm going to be doing here in a few moments. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all in a few, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.